Good morning and welcome to another episode of Geoff's 30-minute makeovers. This one's not going to be 30 minutes, it's going to be even less than that because we're improving the S Class. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? There you go, Geoff's 30-minute makeovers. Now, if you carry on watching this video, you get a tour of the yard featuring some really cool cars, some brats and a Volvo 740 pickup truck and more. So carry on watching, there's some treats in here. So here we are then, swapping the wheels from my very rusty S Class to the black S Class. You'll remember this is the worst S Class I've ever bought, and it's quite funny that in the background here at the garage you can hear the song I Will Survive. I'm not sure this car will survive. I don't know. It's extremely rusty on the sills. You can see that under there. So that whole panel here, the whole thing pretty much, needs cutting out and replacing. Sorry for the noise, another noisy Geoff video. Discs and pads all around. But the question is, on a rusty Mercedes, do you bother? You know, the chap that's buying this off me is a mechanic, so he thinks he can get himself a nice, comfortable winter smoker and just do the work himself, which is fair enough. You know, that's absolutely possible. So I'm nicking the wheels off it, which was part of our deal to go on my S Class. Kane down there is just quickly swapping these over for me. Now you'll remember the S Class, when we had this one on the ramp in the last video, this wheel would not budge. It took the guys ages to get this wheel off. And all of the valve caps on all the other tyres are welded on, so that's going to be a job to sort out for another day. But these wheels look nicer, and they got more tread on them. So I'm nicking these wheels to go on my black S Class, which will make it look pretty good, to be fair. So a slow program of improvements is starting on my S Class. We've got a new boot lid to go on it as well to sort out that dent. I can show you underneath this S Class whilst it's on the ramp. This ball joint is also, I'm told, knackered. You can see the yellow marks on there where that's been highlighted. It's not too oily underneath here generally, but rust-wise it is the sills that are the problem. But that being said, it's not too bad. But the question is, you know, the real question with this car is, do you put the money in when the value of it is so low, and how much money do you put in the car relative to how much you're going to get out when you get it finished? You know, for the chap that's buying it, hopefully he's just going to use it and enjoy it, and that's a different thing, isn't it? You know, if you're doing it for yourself, it's very different. If you're doing it to retail or sell or get your money out of. As I said, this car's going to owe me. This is one of the few cars that Geoff buys cars I've actually had my arse handed to me on. But again, when you're messing around with cars for 500, 600, 700 quid, it's much easier to stomach than when you're losing that sort of money on, you know, more expensive things. There's a vehicle next to me that the gentleman's only recently bought, and it's now in for a £2,500 job. So it's just cars, isn't it? Swings and roundabouts. Sometimes big alloy wheels. Not completely sure what's going on there, but it's the first time we've ever seen an arse in a Geoff Buys Cars video. I'm going to show you something funny at the back of this car as well. My house underneath a tree. So there's not a great deal I can do about that. I'm not going to knock the tree down because I am a Greta Thunberg nature lover. So what do? Rig up a big tarp? It's not my house, so I can't just build something. But yeah, this is winter for me. The car looking like that. I guess I could just not reverse it all the way onto the drive so that the poo falls down the back of the car. Yeah, not ideal. Ooh, can I film that Sierra again?
Help yourself.
Lovely. Whose Sierra is that?
A bloke called Mike. He's got that taxi on the back.
A bloke called Mike owns this Sierra. Let's go and have a little look. Oh, it's a Gear 4x4. Oh, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah. Electric windows all round. So it's not an XR 4x4, is it? Did they do an XR 4x4 estate? Maybe someone can correct me on that. So it's a 4x4 gear. I always love the roof rails on these Sierras because they went to the effort to put this extra bit down the middle, which just make them look wicked. And no one else seemed to be doing that. Maybe it's just of its era, you know? But don't Sierras with the roof rails, that style, just look ace, like so utilitarian. That's a very cool looking car. That's made my day, that has. My dad had an XR 4x4 when we were kids, a black one. That was a V6, wasn't it? Was it a Cologne or an Essex? I can never remember whether it was a Cologne or an Essex V6 engine. And yeah, the Essex was the one that went in everything, and the Cologne didn't go in as much. I think from memory, the Cologne was early Sierra and Essex was late. But I'm sure you Ford guys will correct me on that. I might have a little look around the yard whilst we're here. Anything interesting in here? Well, we've got a big old Audi at the back here. Big old Audi A8 Quattro. Why do I recognise that number plate? Did I try to buy that once? Possibly. Bit of a Geoff car here, isn't it? Old E Class with red wheel centres. Rover 75. People keep telling me to buy these, but I've been massively put off by my MG ZTT experience.
From new, that one.
What?
That Escort, 20,000.
20,000 miles from new. There you go. 20,000 mile from new Ford Escort. We run the MOT history. I bet he's finding it just as easy to sell as I am selling mine. Because my Escort has been a disaster from day one. But that's not necessarily my fault. It's the fault of the other garage who've got the Escort. And if you're watching, when are you going to do my Escort? Oh, we've got some peaches over here, look. Yes, we've got some absolute, oh my gosh, there's some brilliant stuff. Right, we've got a Volvo V70, which obviously is a Geoff car. I've not had one this shape yet, but maybe I need to dabble. It's a D5, which is clearly the one to have. And then we've got a Daihatsu, what's that? Is that a Terion? I think that's a Terion. Look at that. All jacked up on big wheels. Who does that sort of thing? It's brilliant. Oh, it's got a sheriff badge. Yes, definitely. Oh, it's a Terios. I was close, wasn't I? Terios, Terion. Get your Terion. I like that. It's an auto as well. Interesting choice. Mercedes C Class. This age Mercedes C Class are looking better and better, and representing quite a sensible buy right now. Over in the parking for the joinery shop. Look at that. Early Passat TDI. Not much rust on that, look. Whoa. That one makes my S Class look mint, doesn't it? Looks like a parts donor, this one. So, that's a booby price. Problem is, if I put that in a Geoff giveaway, you'd probably all go wild and love it, and you'd all be like, oh yeah, I'd love one of them. I haven't seen one of them for ages. These used to be everywhere, these Passats, didn't they? And they've all disappeared. It's actually just past the MOT. Oh, hello. I like that shape, XJ. Little Golf GTI over here, look. Ooh. What do we think about Mark III GTIs? Do they work for anybody? Focus ST at the back and an Audi TT. That shape TT does nothing for me. Got to be the early ones. Leather seats in my Golf. It's not my Golf. And there we go. That is that's the yard. Right, we've gone up a level now because they sent me around the back to the other storage yard next to the gym. So the tunes are banging, but there's some proper Geoff cars in here. I'll show you, look. Check it out. It's a Volvo 740 GLE pickup truck. That's a bit of Geoff, isn't it? I don't know the story on this car. I am going to try and find out, and I do want it. I can't really show you very well, but I can't believe they left it till now to tell me about this bad boy. It's cool as. I like a Volvo pickup truck. Yeah, very cool. Audi S4 over there. I'm told it's not stolen. Must be the only one in the country. There's an SL500 that's it's not so much had the cats removed, it's had the rats removed. Yeah, when rats start to chew wiring, you're shafted, aren't you? Ooh, red interior. I like a red interior. What else we got? Something old. There's a little Porsche in the corner there, but I don't think I'm better show you that. CL500. Woof. Can't go wrong with a CL500, can you? Is it open? Yeah, it is open. Oh, doesn't that look like the nicest place to spend a bit of time? I'm doing a long distance journey in one of these. Yes, please. I did have one of these for a little while, actually. Me and my brother bought one on eBay. Turned out that we'd actually bought it from, we bought a CL500 on eBay. My brother texted me one day saying, do you want to buy a CL500? I was like, yeah, I think we won it for like 3,400 quid. And we went to this chap's house to pick it up. Turned out it was William Hunt, the Saville Row tailor. So we spent the whole day with him. He bought us lunch. We went up there in my XR3i convertible. He bought us lunch, and then we ended up driving across his part of the world in his CL, his classic Porsche and my XR3i in like a racing convoy across the country to his favourite pub. It was brilliant. He still texts me every Christmas saying Happy Christmas, which is nice. Yeah, and he showed me his whole car collection. William Hunt is like, he's well into his cars, but most of his cars are like Geoff cars. I'll put some pictures up. Here, whilst I focus the camera on this Volvo engine, here's some pictures of my time with William Hunt. There you go. I need to send him an email actually, see how he is. See if he's seen my YouTube channel. And here is my favourite colour 911. My favourite shape and my favourite colour. I love that. You'd never find another one in that colour. Super rare, isn't it? And I like the fact that most people would hate it. That's my sort of car, that is. I like those wheels as well. Looks wicked. I sounded quite brummy then, didn't I? I have been quite brummy in this video. It's because I'm in a workshop, you know. One like yard mode. And then we'll finish this little section of the video with some boring hybrids. Look, you can put funky wheels on them, but it doesn't make them interesting. That's actually quite cool looking, isn't it? Yeah, that's a hybrid. I don't know anything about these cars. I'm going to try and get a test drive on one of them. See what these new cars are all about. And maybe when I drive one, maybe I will end up shouting, just give me a big knob!